If you're anything like me, you are rightfully tired of paying for monthly subscriptions. It feels like every day there's something new that's demanding a monthly fee, whether it's a TV show you like, your car's heated seats, or a piece of software that you need for work. The corporate meta these days is, you own nothing, you pay forever. And you could just lie there and take it, or you can do what we do and use your hyper nerd powers to push back. You can load your media into a private Netflix with Plex. You can automate your home with Home Assistant. Heck, you can even host your own cloud photo backup with Image. The problem is, all of those things require at least some storage and, more critically, some know-how when it comes to setup and maintenance. Now I'm sure that most of you are more than capable of figuring it out, and you might even enjoy the process. But if you're like me, you probably also enjoy relaxing at the end of the day without your family complaining that the garage doors won't open and that Plex is buffering. What if there was a way to take that complexity, wrap it up in a nice little package or interface, if you will, and make it so that anyone could be their home's tech hero? Okay, maybe not anyone, but the truth is, I have no idea exactly how user-friendly it is, because even though I invested $250,000 into the idea that became HexOS over 2 years ago, I have literally never tried it until today, like right now. Jake, is it any good?
I'm not telling you before our sponsor.
Odoo. Don't let mismatching apps slow down your business. Use Odoo to make your life easier. Check out their all-in-one business suite using our link in the video description. The story of why I decided to invest in this is actually kind of funny. John from their team reached out to let me know, hey, I'm leaving unRAID, I'm gonna embark on this crazy journey. Would you like to be an angel investor? And I kind of went, yeah, thank you so much for thinking of me, but I'm out. Then the very next weekend, I burned an entire evening fighting with a new TrueNAS setup. And well, one thing led to another, and here it is.
To answer your earlier question, it's still pretty beta, so there is a lot that's missing. But what's available today in the early access version they're launching, it's actually pretty promising. Exciting, maybe, but we should probably give everyone a quick TLDR before we get into that.
Cool. HexOS, what you're seeing on the screen right now, is an operating system, like, say, Windows, but purpose-built for running your own storage and your own apps on your own hardware, whether that's at home or a small business. Now, none of that is special. Network-attached storage or NAS operating systems have been around for longer than I have, and we have featured similar software, like TrueNAS and unRAID, numerous times over the years. The special sauce is that HexOS is designed to be easy to use, even if you're not a Jake.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means, show me how to set it up, nerd.
Well, you've got your USB right here.
Okay.
Have at her.
Right, got it.
Yeah, off the floor. Now, we could have used a fancy pre-built server like we usually do, but we figured it'd be better to show it off with something from eBay, like this OptiPlex 3050 we got for 45 bucks. It's got solid quad-core bones, but it's missing storage and only had a 1 gig network port. So we picked up a used 256 gig SSD to boot from, an Intel 10 gig network card, and a pair of 4 terabyte Seagate NAS hard drives, which fit as long as you're willing to get a little bit creative with the stubby from lttstore.com.
That brings our total before accounting for bulk storage to a nice $69. Nice. We're gonna have links to those parts down in the video description if you wanna build something similar. Now, we've already updated the BIOS, and if you're rehabbing an old machine like this, it is a good idea for you to do the same. Install-wise then, it's the same as any other OS. Plug in a bootable installer USB. You can make one of those with the ISO image and a tool like Rufus or Etcher. Hold your system setup key, configure to select your USB boot device, restart, and you should be good to go. Oh, there is one thing. If you want to run virtual machines or apps, you're also going to want to make sure that virtualization is enabled while you're in the system setup. Once you're in the installer, hit install, select your desired boot storage, administrative user, enter a password, and hit install. When that's done, remove the USB installer and reboot. Pretty simple, but it will hopefully get even simpler in the future. How could that be simpler?
Oh, you were actually asking?
Yeah, I actually do
Just
not know
gonna
that.
remove steps.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
With the system booted, head to the HexOS Cloud dashboard, and as long as your system and you are on the same network, it should automatically detect it and be ready for setup. Hit claim, enter the password you set earlier, and this is it. I finally get to look at HexOS. And since I know you guys are gonna ask, yes, a self-hostable app for the dashboard will be available in the future.
But for now, it's cloud only.
Save on magnetic cable management, screwdrivers, and more at LTT Store's Black Friday sale. Deals are still going on now, so check them out at the link below or at lmg.gg/Black Friday. Now you'll probably notice right away that everything is pretty guided. It does compatibility checks for you to ensure that your hardware is optimal, and it makes it easy to see if everything is working.
Click on the hard drives, let's see.
Okay.
What do we got there? Oh yeah, it's got the USB. We don't need that anymore.
Oh yeah, we can take that out.
Didn't follow our own instructions.
Whoops. Okay, and here's my storage.
Yeah.
So it should automatically set up your drives in the most optimal configuration, which for us, you can see with only two 4 terabyte drives, is either a RAID Z1 or a mirror.
I think it's a mirror, yep.
Okay, so that allows one of our drives to fail without any data loss, which actually does a really good job of communicating extremely clearly.
Yeah, one drive can fail, 4 terabytes usable, it's great.
What's cool is it'll even create separate pools for SSDs and hard drives if you have both, so you can put performance-sensitive data like virtual disks, for example, on your SSDs, and then all the rest of it on your cheaper mechanical storage. It is worth noting that if we had more drives, which we could have if we threw an inexpensive HBA card into our server, it would configure it differently according to ZFS best practices. So if we had like 5 or 6 drives.
Yeah, but 6 drives would probably do a RAID Z2, so we could lose 2 without losing any data.
Fun fact, by the way, if you're not trying to do anything custom, like setting a non-standard array layout, which by the way will be supported in future releases, all you have to do is click a few times.
Click continue, yeah.
I confirm that these will be deleted. I create a name for the server.
Your dad's Dell.
Confirm that you're gonna wipe the drives, and that's it. You've got your very own network attached storage server ready to go.
Yeah.
That means owning your data in a way that is not annoying to manage. Kind of awesome, in theory. But what can it do? Wait, is it done already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh. This is actually surprisingly friendly.
All of the features are definitely not there, but what is there is polished. So this is the dashboard, right?
Okay.
You got your processor, that's doing stuff. You got your memory, that's also doing stuff.
Yeah, very clearly labels the speed that your networking is operating
I
at.
didn't notice that, that's cute.
Yeah.
Which one, is that the one that's working?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the little graph.
Right there.
Nice. Most importantly, our storage.
Okay, cool. So what do we got here? We can expand this.
No, we can't, we don't have extra drives.
Oh, that kind of expansion.
Yeah.
I thought it meant expand the look at it.
No. The view drives, you can do that.
Okay, cool. I can view drives. Nice.
I think you
All
broke it.
drives are
Did you
used.
break it?
I think I broke it already.
Oh, you changed the networking settings. Oh, dude.
This is why I'm such a good beta tester. Did I click apply? Oh yeah, no, I totally clicked update.
Oh, you probably clicked update.
100%
Oh yeah,
update.
that's right. That's why there was an alias there.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, we're back in the
What
dashboard.
were we trying to do? Storage.
We're trying to look at the storage.
Yeah, I don't know how we ended up there.
View drives. Hey, look at that. We got some drives. Let's go. Hey, healthy. Device ID, temperature.
A lot of parts of the dashboard like this have basic functionality, but there is stuff that's going to be added on later. Like eventually you'll be able to go, hey, run a smart test, which is checking the drive's health, or see your old smart tests, or schedule smart tests.
But from a basic standpoint anyway, this is working. However, we can't actually do anything with it yet. There's another step that we need to go through before we can use our storage over the network, and that's creating a folder or a share. It does take a couple of extra clicks. Okay. Add a folder, Linus share, and then managing permissions. This is incredible. This is so
You need to add a user first.
simple. Yeah, sure, fine. I'll add a user, Linus Media, and then I go into my folders.
Oh,
Boom.
brother.
Dude. I sent some long emails to John.
Oh yeah.
bless his heart, poor guy, talking about permissions and what a nightmare it is on other NAS operating systems. Just drilling in. Guys, it's gotta be simple. And this, dude, this is the best I could have possibly hoped for.
Are you telling me you don't want to learn how to do ACLs?
No, I just want to get my Linux ISOs onto my network storage and off the, well, right? The idea here is that you can make users for your kids, your roommate, your spouse, whatever, and everyone can have their own private place to put files, and you can either have read-only access or full access. So I'm gonna give myself full access. I'm just gonna make this public share, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing, but hey, it's there now. So theoretically, I can just access this share immediately.
Yeah, here, click on this though.
Oh, sure.
And then go click browse. There you go. It tells you how to do it.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and you just copy paste and click enter, and you're there. I mean, you didn't technically follow the instructions. They told you to map it, but you're there. And there's actually, if you click the drop down, it gives you the Mac instructions too.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Wasn't that so easy? How long did that take? You could probably have done that in like 3 minutes.
Look at that, it's done already.
Yeah, do another one.
Let's go.
It's a mirror, so we're limited to the speed of one hard drive, but I mean, it just works, right?
To be clear, there is nothing groundbreaking about having a network share and being able to copy some flipping files to it. But if you have ever set up TrueNAS, you will know that it takes a few more clicks and probably some Google searches.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure. But while simplicity sounds great in theory, when it comes to trusting something that holds your precious data, you would hope that stability and security would also be priorities. And they are. And it's kind of the coolest part. See, HexOS is not a ground-up project. That would have taken even more years to pull off, and frankly, would have been a complete waste of time, which is why the team decided to build off of an already respected storage system, TrueNAS. For the uninitiated, TrueNAS, formerly known as FreeNAS, has been around in some form or another for nearly 2 decades. And while their business focuses on reliable, performant, open source, enterprise-grade storage, something that doesn't really need to be home user-friendly, they also love the idea of making it easier to use, which is why X Systems is the other main investor in HexOS, which gives them a financial incentive to ensure that HexOS is a success. This collaboration is super cool because even though HexOS is built for normies first, all of that TrueNAS goodness is still under the hood if you know where to look. And where is that?
Literally right here. Settings, TrueNAS, done. So if you want to do something HexOS doesn't do, but TrueNAS does, you can drop into the TrueNAS interface and override it. No questions asked. It also means that HexOS works with their existing Docker apps and virtual machine functionality. So it's pretty cool.
Until Beta 2 comes out in a few months, you're only going to see support for apps. Yeah. And as of shooting a few weeks before this video goes live, only Plex and Image are curated for HexOS so far. Let's do Plex.
And then hit install.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's literally it.
No configuring storage paths. Nope. Assigning resources.
Nope. Negative.
Okay. What if my Plex, I wanted GPU acceleration or something like that? Have they got that solved?
That is not there yet. As you can imagine, having only 2 curated apps, not a huge priority at the moment. But in the future, the idea would be, you know, like a drop-down or a checkbox. Yes, I want to use my GPU. But if you go back to folders now,
yeah,
you'll see that they're exposed. So now they're passed through as network shares. And if you click on one of them, like say media, go to browse, copy the path, you can just copy movies right over.
All right.
Because of the design for user-friendliness, these are public shares by default, which I was like, I get it. I hate it, but I get it.
HexOS test. Oh, do we have any media files?
Yeah, easy peasy.
Dude, this shouldn't be this exciting. This should just be how it's always worked.
This is a $69 computer.
Yeah, just like any random ancient machine.
Yeah.
Just throw this on it and NAS. Even just having the permissions so that I can just click the one that says movies and that'll, like if you do the intuitive thing,
yeah,
it'll probably be right.
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay, so we can see everything here.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go to other videos.
Despicable.
Just like that, boys.
Hey!
And nobody can take this content off the platform or take away your access to it.
Yeah.
That, compared to the other times I've had to fight with folder permissions in TrueNAS with Plex.
Yep.
Wow, okay, now image. This one's even more challenging. It's actually kind of mind-boggling that these guys have been working away on this after like me giving them some funding, and I have not even like asked for an update.
You literally never even looked at it.
They showed me like a really early couple like screenshots of what they were kind of thinking for the vibe of the wizard.
Yeah. Your email was basically, I will only give you this money if you just don't talk to me about it until it's ready.
I don't have time for extra
No, I
projects.
agree.
Okay,
Look at that.
so that's it.
Get started. Oh,
have
bloody
image.
hell.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, we can't do anything about the setup process of the apps themselves, but
well, you might be able to actually, but right now, not a priority. Well, put it on your phone.
no way.
Just download the app.
There's absolutely no way that that just works.
Do you have image already?
Okay, I need to set a server endpoint
Well, it's just
URL.
that URL.
Oh, perfect. Okay, allow full access.
Oh my God, are you just gonna, how many photos are on this phone?
A few.
There's no like, well, the photos we wouldn't want to see in there, is there?
I should certainly hope not. So I just go to backup, and then I can select any album that I want to back up.
From your phone.
From my phone, and then I go back and I click backup, and then boom,
Hey, look, it's
boom, look
the
at it
boy.
go.
Oh, that's such a cute photo. Look at the kittens.
I know.
Wow, look at that. It works. So you uploaded that whole folder and it's done.
Which is great, as long as you're on the same local network.
Ugh.
But to truly replace your expensive subscription services, like Google Photos, you've got to be able to use it when you're out and about.
That'll be covered. They'll be curating apps that allow you to have a reverse proxy setup with like a domain. You could have photos.linus.com, and that would be a relatively secure way to do it. And I also pitched John on maybe working with Cloudflare to integrate their Access Zero Trust setup, which allows you to do that, but without port forwarding, and you can even like password protect it with your Google account.
Oh, that would be super cool. Yeah. They're also going to have WireGuard VPN integrated soon for easy remote access, and they also plan to offer a fully integrated remote access system by way of an inexpensive subscription, which, yes, I know, a subscription, but doing that for free wouldn't be sustainable, and it's not like you're forced to use it.
It reminds me of Home Assistant, where the subscription is it's kind of more of a convenience thing. You can 100% have Home Assistant remotely accessible on your own, but it is inconvenient. I pay for it.
And there's even more. The original reason for integrating WireGuard was actually for a feature that I have been begging John to create for 9 years.
Well,
Buddy backup. This is going to be super cool. The idea is that if you and a paid friend both have HexOS, you'll be able to easily share storage capacity with each other in a safe, secure manner. That way, I could back up my stuff to a separate geographic location, say for example, your house, and you could back up your stuff to my house, and both of the shares would be encrypted.
I'm not giving you
What?
No.
It's encrypted. I can't even access
I
it.
don't care about giving you my bytes.
Look, the point is that you can have a mutually beneficial agreement to give each other offsite backup.
Do you hear that word you said? Agreement?
What? Jake, oh, you're being so unhelpful right now. The point is that you'd be able to share capacity with each other, or just file share with each other without having to manually set up a solution for that, which is very doable today,
Yeah.
but a royal pain in the arse.
Yeah. The file sharing thing, I could vibe with that.
Man, I gotta tell you, the real reason I wanna do this is so that I can just build a giant offsite backup target here, and then like it'll be an employment perk. Because as long as I provide it for people other than myself, then it's tax-free.
That means it's free, right? Is it write-off?
Now, here's the pitch. HexOS is an awesome concept with real backing and a passionate team. But unlike TrueNAS, which it's based on, it is not free. There are real people behind this project, and as much as I'd love to, it's not something that I can personally fund forever. So, with all of that said, till the end of the day, December 2nd, HexOS's early access is finally available to try out at the Black Friday only price of $99 for a lifetime license. One payment, access for life, including any and all future updates. After the Black Friday sale, they plan to increase the lifetime pricing to $199 during early access, and then $299 when it goes retail, with, yes, a cheaper monthly subscription option coming sometime later. To reiterate, it is very beta. There will be bugs, which you can report on the HexOS forums. And you shouldn't use it for anything that you need to work flawlessly. Like, it'll probably be fine in terms of data integrity, since it's mostly just an interface for an existing, very stable and reliable product, but I have to give you guys that warning regardless. It's also not gonna be the only NAS software that we ever use or mention again. It's a focused product that is meant for the home lab, creator, and tech dad market. So while it would work for a small business once it's ready, it's not gonna replace a dedicated hypervisor like Proxmox, for instance. And if you already have a TrueNAS system that's working perfectly fine, it doesn't yet support adopting an existing install, so it'll require reinstalling. But hey, if you, like myself, believe in the idea of owning your own data and you want great NAS software that is actually user-friendly like I do, and you can afford to mess around with it on a spare system, the HexOS folks and myself would love for you to try it out and let them know what you think. If you absolutely hate it during the beta, you will be able to request a refund within 30 days. And another separate note, if you're a TypeScript or Nuxt developer who loves the idea, they're hiring, and the info will be in the description. Overall, HexOS takes our $69 NAS up to $368. Not as nice, but what I like is that it's an ecosystem you're not locked into, and that you can upgrade the hardware. If you want, you can get a better machine, or you can beef up your existing one. And worst case, if you don't like HexOS, or if the company somehow implodes, you can just disconnect it from the dashboard, and you're essentially running TrueNAS. I really hope that doesn't happen, but I just wanted to make it clear here that there will be options, unlike all those users that are running those vulnerable D-Link NASs that simply will never be updated to fix it. Brutal. Like this brutal segue to our sponsor, Odoo. If you're running a business, keeping track of 100 different apps running at once can be a pain. But with Odoo's all-in-one business management software, you can combine all of those into one unified operating system. That's right, no more worrying about how well one service syncs with another. Odoo's apps are all interconnected. Check out their CRM and sales apps, which make lead generation and closing deals a breeze. Their timesheets app helps you keep track of your employees' schedules, and their accounting app lets you automatically create and send invoices, integrating with 28,000 banks worldwide. The best part is you only need to choose the apps that your business needs. And if you only need one single app to shore up some holes, you can even get access to that for free. So start saving time and resources by unifying your processes with Odoo. Check them out in the description box for a free 15-day trial or to set up a demo with their expert team. If you guys enjoyed this video, why not check out my last home NAS build? I cannot wait to try this at my house because I have like some super sick plans. I am completely out of storage.
Dude, me too. I'm at like 88% utilized.
So many Linux
Hard drives are so expensive.
Recertified though.
They're still expensive.